Let's hear from one of the guys on this Super Bowl bound team. I'm saying it. He doesn't have to say it. I'm sure he's going week to week and focusing on what they can improve. But Evan Williams, you are such a stud. You are an emerging star at the safety spot. You wear number 33, one of my favorite numbers for these Green Bay Packers. What does this feel like to wake up after these two dominant wins in such a short span to start the season?
Oh man, it feels great. I mean, each week our goal is just to go 1-0, and really just dominate our matchup. We want to put some good stuff on tape that we can be proud of. And yeah, I feel like these past 2 weeks we've done a good job of just putting that play style on tape. And yeah, being as physical, as violent as we can on defense, and then on offense, give them the ball and just watch 10 work.
It's been amazing to watch. It's very, very exciting. And, I love this LaFleur home crowd thing that's gone on the past couple of weeks. And he said after yesterday, it was the best crowd he's been a part of in 7 years with the Packers. We had the winter warning vibes from the crowd in September. And I think I've always these past couple of years, oh, LaFleur never gets to start at home. Like, what does that matter? How much has that mattered?
Man, it's huge. I mean, you get the community of Green Bay behind you. It's really a feeling like no other. I mean, you see it right there. Like even when it was half filled near the end of the game, like the noise level is unbelievable. And you anytime you can, play at home and kind of get that season started, get that momentum rolling, get the ball rolling down the hill. Man, it's special and it's been huge for our team. And so yeah, we got to kind of just continue with that energy on the road.
Evan, congratulations on everything that's gone on so far. I know how hard you've worked. I mean, it's not like this just happened overnight. Y'all have been building and building every play, every moment, every little point of emphasis on this defense and watching 10 do his thing. Now, I feel like the crowd went crazy. I went crazy. I'm at a sports bar in New York City watch. I went crazy seeing this. Now you have to tell me, I don't know if I've ever seen this out of Jordan. What am I seeing here? And what does this do to the team after it happens?
Man, he's got to relax because he is. I'd be scared whenever he's tugging that ball, running downfield. But boy, I mean, no DB wants to see a man that grown running that fast, lowering that shoulder. Like, yeah, I mean, you see your captain obviously do something like that. It's electric for the team. I mean, we were on the sideline. I think everybody stood up at the same time, just kind of looking at each other like, okay, don't let him do that again. But that was pretty tight. Yeah, I mean that was huge for a team, huge for the game.
Just a casual jog through the Washington defense on the first touchdown drive. I feel like that was like, okay, let's go do our thing here. Last Friday, everybody's talking about Justin Herbert, sort of where is he in the rankings, I guess you would say, or where's his place in the circle of life of quarterbacks? And with Mahomes, Lamar, Josh, we know like Jordan's working his way if he's not already there. How do you feel about that?
I mean, if you're in Green Bay, I feel like we see it every day, right? This guy's got elite arm talent. He's got, just every tool that you need, ability to process a defense. And, as a defender going against him every day, it is I'll tell you, it's not fun because he will pick you apart at times and, leave you just confused as to what happened. And to have a guy that's just able to, consistently do what he does, see defenses the way he does, and then I mean, you saw in that last clip, apparently he's adding a new repertoire to his game, being able to run down that field, look like Josh Jacobs out there.
He's never done that to you at practice, Evan?
Hell, me? No, you're crazy. You're crazy.
I don't know. I've
No.
never seen it before. I mean, I knew I was surprised by it. I'm surprised that you're surprised, not surprised, but that he's got that in his bag.
Nah, yeah. I mean, if he ever tried me at practice, it might be a different story. But nah. I mean, just being able to have that guy as a leader, really, like, and then you see him do stuff like that. It really just sets the tone for our team, and as a defense, it just motivates us more to get that ball back for 10 and see what he could do with those weapons.
Outside of being a leader and the great guy he is, like I mean, when I talk to him, like could not enjoy. I always leave like, oh my gosh, I would run through a wall for him. He's amazing. What do you think he like? Not that he like doesn't get enough credit for, but what's something that you're like, I wish I would talk about this. This is what separates him.
Mm, I would probably just say his poise.
Mm.
He's a guy that's just never rattled. Like you try to get in his head or talk to him a little bit during practice. He's never off where he needs to be. And that's tough as a DB. You want to get a guy that's, maybe had a couple 3-and-outs and now, okay, he's not really going through his reads. Like, he's just a guy that's consistent. And I mean, that's just a part of his lifestyle. I feel like, everything leading up to game day is just, his preparation is elite. All of his, pre-game habits are pretty elite. And so, yeah, you go onto the field. It's no surprise that, he's doing what he's doing.
Let's talk about you. No surprise you're doing what you're doing. I didn't get to talk to you at training camp when I was there. I did talk to coach about you. He's obsessed with you, obviously, to all the fans. A lot of your teammates, Jordan Love himself, very impressed with what you looked like in training camp, of course, building off last year. You have this huge pick of golf on Sunday. That was beautiful. Another phenomenal game last night. 5 tackles for you, Evan. 2 third-down stops. You hold Debo, who went off in week 1, and Ertz in check for the majority of the game when you were on them in coverage. But I have to say, I think you were robbed of your first career sack. Tell me I'm wrong. Let's take a look. Jayden's first drop back. Wyatt trips him up. What happens?
I mean, you could see it. It looked like I cleaned him up. I'll take half a sack if I can get that, but I haven't really seen the stat book. Man, that's what I thought. I came off the field and immediately asked all the D line. I said, "Do I get any credit for that?
You
I gotta get
didn't.
some. I gotta
No,
get."
we looked this morning like we need a stat correction. I think Jayden gets back to the line of scrimmage if you don't get there and clean it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a little help from RG from the back end, but still, man, they don't be showing me love. It's all right though. It's all right.
I'll show you love. You made that the stop on 3rd down. You think I didn't see that dropping Eckler in front of the sticks, making the
Mm,
Commanders punt? That was beautiful. It's the little things, right?
it's the little things. It's the details that make a defense go, man.
What's LaFleur like after a win like that last night at home? Bright lights, Thursday night football, short week. What is that energy like?
I mean, he was juiced, man. Coming in the locker room, I mean, anytime we can get a win, even if it's an ugly win, he's going to be a guy that's, excited with everybody. But nah, I feel like just, his energy as well as the energy in Lambeau. And just, we all understand what these first few games of the season, mean to us as a whole, like really to get the ball rolling downhill for the rest of the season. So, yeah, I mean, Matt came back in the locker room. He was turned as usual, after every dub. So man, it's huge to get these dubs in Lambeau. Just try to stack them and yeah, go 1-0 every week.
I mean, it's hard to believe that Matt LaFleur's confidence isn't on another level right now. I feel it. I see it through the TV. I saw it in person. That's fair to say, right? Like his win over the Lions. I know how much you wanted that one. Like he's and that matters to the team, I think.
Mm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, divisional opponent week 1 coming in our house, like we just understood the type of game that was going to be. Understand it's going to be just a 4-quarter dogfight, and yeah, really. I mean, to be able to get that win, I feel like we've been building more confidence, and then obviously being able to get one in here in our
Mhm.
locker room and have him do what he does. It's just really brought a different level of confidence, different level of swagger to this defense, to the whole team, really. And yeah, you see guys out there just letting it loose, right? Like not afraid to make mistakes, not afraid
Mhm.
to do anything wrong. Just playing the ball, playing fast, getting our cleats in the ground, and letting the results be as they may.
Last week against the Lions, I noticed you were playing more deep safety, right? More zone, right? And then
Mm,
4 days later, short week, you're playing in the box a bunch, which is, you're playing more man.
mm.
I'm no savant here. I'm no athlete. What does it say about you? I don't want you to have to I'm sure you're going to be humble about it, but what is it that allows you to play all of these different styles so well? We were texting about it during the game. I'm like, that can't be easy.
Yeah, it's just, trying to have a little variety in your game. If you're able to do a bunch of things, and I feel like me and McKinney, or I mean, me and X, we really just like our skills, balance off pretty well. And so just being able to do, being able to blitz off the edge, you see right there, being able to
Mhm.
drop in coverage, play man, range the middle of the field. If you can do all those things at an elite level, then, it just makes it tougher for a quarterback because now he doesn't know what you're gonna do pre-snap. You're creeping down to the box, and now you're creeping down or creeping back to the middle of the field, and it just makes all those looks a lot more real to a quarterback. Pre-snap, and so Yeah, just trying to, build on my game, have a little variety in what I can do, being able to do anything that the defense asks of me. That's my job at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Halfley sees all of that in you, deploying you in like every way to sort of fully take advantage of what you're not super giving yourself enough credit for, which is like obviously your IQ as a football player and then the skill set that you have. Y'all are so fun to watch. It's like unbelievable. And then in speaking of playing man, I guess like when I was watching this last night, I feel like teams don't usually go with man against a quarterback that can run the way we're used to seeing Jayden run. But you guys played a lot of it and it worked, right? I was like, I don't know about this, but then it worked. What did you see specifically, like using your football brain when you're prepping for this game that like that sort of was like, oh yeah, let's do more man and that'll work well.
Well, honestly, we just know the rush that we have, right? Like you get, one and RG and Van Ness all on the line at the same time. Like quarterback's got to get that ball out. And so, being playing man really just allows us to, get creative up front. We can run those games, get those guys those sacks, understanding that, we don't have to cover that long because
Mm-hmm.
those guys are hunting on third down and, understanding that the ball's got to come out just allows us to play aggressive, as DBs. And yeah, as far as man over zone, I mean, we knew that, they got a rookie or one rookie starting on their O-line, and we just felt like we could get after him. We got the edge rushers to do so, and yeah, you see, good things are happening. And Keyshawn having a day, man, I
Tell
don't
me.
get it. Yeah, man. Just about Key.
Mm-hmm.
He's just he's a guy that has never gotten enough credit. He's used to doing, he was a big returner for us, in the past few years, but really wanted to cement himself as a CB1 and, made that known. And so he kind of he put that chip on his shoulder and attacked it every day, and he's a guy that again brings a lot of confidence, a lot of swagger to our DB room. And when he goes out there and shows it like that, it's really not a surprise because he's doing that day in day out in practice and just challenging himself to be the best that he can be. And yeah, it's inspiring, man. He had what 5 PBUs? Yeah, he's crazy, balling.
You're all crazy. You're all balling. You have the best defense in the league objectively. Like it's not an opinion. It's by all the numbers, right? Elite defense last year, you were top six. I want to know like what is the obsession or can you describe the emphasis on speed? Not just like 40 speed, but just fast, playing fast. You look like you're in fast forward. And you made, I mean, what is it like making Jayden Daniels look like a human being?
It's not easy. It is not easy. It's a mixture of a lot of things. And first and foremost, I got to give it up to Half just for the system that he's created. It just allows us to get our cleats in the ground and play fast, right? Like, of course, the disguise is one thing. Being able to, show one thing pre-snap and get to another. That's a challenge in itself, but he never makes our jobs, so difficult that we feel out of position. And so that just allows us to, have guys like, our underneath coverage, Coop, Bull, Key, get their cleats in the ground. And then, we can just play off the quarterback at that point. I think that's when you see, us coming alive as far as, the ball's out and we're just playing fast.
It's yeah, I feel like when I was there, not this off season, but the off season before, Matt LaFleur talked to me about like emphasis of speed. I remember watching practice at training camp up there at Lambeau, and I was like, man, they're faster than everybody else, right? Like so, I feel like it's this idea that maybe you guys are like the youngest team in the league. You're feisty. I'm sure that's a part of it, but I'm glad you're kind of touching on like the preparation of that. Like it takes like you guys have to buy in and know your stuff so well to be able to play that fast. And I do think like I think you're the fastest team in the league.
Man, we try to be. I mean, that's definitely a point of emphasis. We just want to be a team that's, always playing fast. As far as being able to, see and recognize formations or just comprehend everything that the offense is giving you, and then once the ball snapped, we just want to be swarming to the ball. Actually, my DB coach right before the game literally just sent me a little video of bees buzzing. He's like, "This is us all night." All night. And I'm like, all right. So knowing, I mean, and that's just the standard at this point. You know, you got guys that even in practice are just committing themselves to, sprinting to the ball, getting themselves in better shape, just getting ready for these Sunday nights or Thursday nights. And yeah, I mean, it shows up on tape. You got, at the end of the play, we're trying to have 11 white jerseys, in the frame.
Mhm.
And yeah, we're hunting when we're out there. And that's just a precedent that's been set. And, we understand that nobody's going to let us down.
What did you respond when he sent you bees?
I didn't respond. I was taking a nap. It was midday. I don't got time for that. But
You think he
nah,
sent the same text to every player on defense?
maybe, maybe he be doing that. I think he be sending mass texts. But nah. I mean, it just definitely gets you in that mode, understanding. Okay, I gotta bring
Yeah.
my stuff. Got to do my part.
You are like bees. If you're a swarm of bees, what animal is Micah Parsons?
Oh boy, he, I don't I don't know. I mean, he a lion. You see the comparison. He's a freak, man. To be at his size and to just to,
He's
attack
fast.
like he does. Yeah, he's like we're fast because we react off the quarterback and play fast, in that sense. But when I'm, post game watching him get off the ball, like it literally looks like he's in fast forward. Like he's having a
Mhm.
speed boost from 0 to 100 in less than a second. And so I mean, that's just inspiring as a DB room, right? Like understanding that, okay, if I'm in coverage, I could be aggressive, right? Like my rush is gonna get there. They are hunting this quarterback. And so yeah, I mean that was a huge part yesterday and it's gonna be, continue to be a huge part this season.
He had half sack. You need a half sack. He had 3 quarterback hits, 8 quarterback pressures. He's a lion, a monster. They were, of course, in their cheetah package a ton. So we'll keep the animal references going there. I wasn't surprised last night. I was surprised about a couple of things. Not about you sort of being able to handle Ertz and Debo, okay? Because you in practice every day have to deal with this animal. We'll keep the Tucker
Oh yeah.
Kraft, okay?
Oh yeah.
He 124 yards, a score, bright lights. Now he's going to be a household name, which he should have been a long time ago. I mean, you've had to defend so many good tight ends and receivers out there. Can you make the case for Tucker Kraft as the best tight end in the National Football League, please?
Absolutely. It would be my pleasure. Nah, I mean, that's just a guy that besides having all the intangibles, just shows up with the right mindset every day. And yeah, I mean, you see it. He's able to do everything, right? Like, so on big downs, he's able to be your just traditional blocking tight end, handle DNs, handle anybody that's in the box. And then, yeah, when he gets spread out or, gets the op to get the ball, he's able to run crisp routes, get the ball and do something after the catch. I mean, you see DBs are not really trying to tackle him in the open field just because, that's a big man running now. Like you get him in the open field, that it's gonna hurt. A little like J Love, but probably worse. But nah, he's just a guy that's consistent for us. Shows up every day with the right mindset. He's gonna attack every time he's on the field. And yeah, runs great routes, great hands. He's a total package at the tight end position.
He's the best tight end in the league. I mean, Kittle's hurt, obviously. Some things are changing. It's a changing of the guard. I think we all need to like recognize what's ahead of him and the opportunity with that.
Oh yeah, and I saw it coming in my rookie year, having to guard this guy. I'm like,
Really?
who is this man? Like, why is he giving me the business in practice? Is crazy. I mean, we had our dukes for sure, but nah, he's a beast, man, and he's gonna continue to be a beast for years to come.
I'm sure he makes you better. You make him better. We're going to take a TV break, but I do want to keep you and ask you a couple of more questions here because, I mean, this is fun. You have a short week. I'm sure it changes your schedule a little. You get to sit back, watch some football this
Oh, that's huge.
Sunday.
Oh my God, I cannot wait. Next three
What are you
days
going to
off.
do?
Sleep, man. Sleep in. Get great sleep. Nah, not much. I'm gonna be around here, getting my body right because that was a
Mhm.
war yesterday for sure. But nah, I'll be around.
What surprised you about the Commanders and playing them? Like, just as you're waking up, and thank you for getting up early. You could have slept, and I'm so appreciative. What stood out about this Commanders team?
Yeah. I would definitely say it's a team that's fast and physical, kind of like us, kind of like our mantra that we kind of want to be respected as.
Mhm.
They got weapons, man. They got Debo is a guy that you kind of get lost in, the Jayden Daniels hype, the Terry hype. Like Debo is a guy that 2 years ago is tearing up the league like with no remorse. And so just the style of play is pretty similar to what we want to be seen as. But I feel like yesterday, I mean, we just had it out for them. We understood the mission, we understood what we needed to do to get the job done, and yeah, I mean that's really what happened. But as far as them, I
Mhm.
mean, they're a group that's gonna have continued success this year. Um, Jayden is a hell of a quarterback. Truthfully, we felt good about their route concepts, and I mean, Key was on that all night. We all were on that all night, and we knew the challenge that was going to be ahead of us. But they got a really good group, and I'm expecting some good
I
things
love
out
it.
of
You're
that.
like, they're really good, and we just dominated them from start of the game. They do what we do, but we just did it so much better. I love every second of it. I will say one little thing. You mentioned you're talking about the other Jayden that you beat last night, but then I need to ask you about Jayden Reed. That's one thing we're not celebrating this morning, right? It sounds like he's going to be out for a little bit. With your guess, what does losing Jayden Reed mean for this offense? Who steps up?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few people that can step up, and that's part of the beauty of I think our roster. We're so deep
Mhm.
in so many positions, right? Like we got, I mean, MG literally didn't touch the ball last night, and we were able to do what we did. And yeah, I mean, you got guys like, Savion that are starting to step up. Wicks is,
Yeah.
himself to be really effective. You got Rome who's starting to show a little emotion. He got me turned, both of these games. You see him get a first down and start screaming. You're like, oh yeah, we're gonna win. We have to win.
Why
Because
that? Why did that do it for you?
oh, I don't know. It's just like he's normally just the chill guy, right? Like guy that
Mhm.
gets a first down is just like, oh, this is regular. Like I do this. And so for him to, I don't know, I think it was after the first game he had that big completion down the field, and then screaming to the end zone, and I'm like, oh yeah, like if he's in that mode, then I got to be in that mode for sure.
Wait, I'm
And
gonna watch for that now. If Rome's doing some stuff, like then I know it's on. That you guys are undeniable. I love that. I'm so appreciative of your time. Congratulations on all the hard work, the success, and you giving love to everyone. Offense, defense, team win, as Matt LaFleur said, and get your rest. Go enjoy watching Bo Nix. I'm sure.
oh yeah, I'll be watching all my Ducks for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Until you face him week 15. I looked at the schedule this morning, like, ooh, it'll be on then. Love that.
Yeah,
Okay, appreciate you. Get your rest, and we'll talk to you. I mean, on your way to the Super Bowl.
absolutely. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to
You're
me.
like, I'm
Thank
going to
you.
sleep right now. Thank you so much, Evan Williams, a rising star, breakout star, whatever you want to say, just crushing it last night, the week before, huge interception on Goff. Now,